My next guest is taking on Miranda Maverick coming up here at UFC 258 on February 13th. It is Gillian Robertson back here on the program. Gillian, how's it going?
Super hyped to have fight news so soon. Just be able to get back in there, be able to get back in that win column.
Yes, we're really looking forward to it. Before we talk about this fight, I wanted to talk about your Submission Underground fight, which I saw you got a win in that against Pearl Gonzalez. How was that experience? I know you've done it before, but that was your first win under the Submission Underground banner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was an absolutely awesome experience. A little bit against the UFC doctor's advice, I think I took the stitches out of my nose like the day before the grappling match. He told me not to grapple for 21 days, but it was like 11 days after the fight, and I was like, yeah, that's close enough. So, first 10 seconds of the match, I think it was, that my nose opened up again. So that was the only, negative part of the experience. Other than that, it was absolutely awesome to be able to get a win before the end of the year. Does
the confidence go up when you get a win like that heading into a fight like this, or does it not matter because it's different? I'm curious your mentality.
Honestly, for me, it's just about getting competition experience. It's about putting myself out there and getting used to being in front of a crowd and being able to perform and make fast-paced decisions.
What did you learn the most from that last fight against Talina Santos?
I honestly haven't watched it yet, so
okay.
I broke it down really. I've let Dean do a lot of that so far, and I've just been looking forward to the next fight. I've just been moving forward and just trying to improve myself and work on everything I need to work on. And obviously, like I said, my coach Dean Thomas watched the fight. He's broken it down. He's determined things that we need to do to change my game to make me a superior fighter.
You kind of surprised to get this fight only because Miranda and you, I think, are the same age. I know you have more UFC experience, but I feel like they did this before to you when you fought Macy Barber. I'm sure, does that matter at all, or would you have liked to have fought more of a veteran, or do you like this matchup? What was sort of your take when you got offered the fight?
I honestly expected this matchup. I expected it to happen eventually, but no matter what, I'm willing to take any fight. I said it whenever I took the fight with Talina Santos. I'm like, if I can't beat her, then I don't deserve to be champ. So I need to beat all these girls to be able to call myself champ and to be able to hold that belt. So we're just working our way up there, and I'll take any fight coming my way.
Looks kind of on paper like a striker versus grappler matchup. Is that how you see this, or how do you look at this fight from a style perspective, you against Miranda?
I actually think we're kind of similar. I feel like she has the top heavy grappling too in a lot of her Invicta fights. So I feel like she's kind of like me, but a southpaw, and I'm just that little bit better. Excellent.
And Dean Thomas, at the time of recording this, he's on Fight Island right now. How much I'm sure you're talking to him on Zoom or whatever, but how difficult is that not having him here right now as this fight's approaching pretty quickly?
I've been texting him every day, but no matter what, I'm always staying busy. I know what I need to do, and I know the work that I need to put in to get the results that I want. So me and my main training partner, Jose Shorty Torres, we've been kind of nomads. We've been traveling to 4 or 5 different gyms, just getting work where we can, and I've been getting a lot of different looks, a lot of different bodies, so it's been good.
Excellent. Where are some of the places you've got to work? Who have you got to train with? Some of the places you mentioned.
We've been going to Gamblers, Jiu-Jitsu in West Palm, ATT, Palm Beach Gardens, ATT Sunrise, Busybody and Boynton Beach. We're trying to head up to Orlando. There's a bunch of different places, and at each gym there's either UFC fighters or world champion black belts. So it's we're getting different bodies, different looks, different styles, and it's preparing me for anything.
How about the weight cut? How's that going? We had the holidays. I'm sure you survived that and ready to cut weight again for this fight?
My weight's usually never too bad. I'm walking, I think 125. I'm 135, so it's 10 pounds, so it's not too bad.
Good stuff. And Dean will be in your corner for this fight, I take it?
Correct. Dean and Shorty will both be in my corner.
Nice. Okay, that's good. And how's this fight playing out on the 13th? How do you envision it unfolding?
I think everybody knows what I want. Everybody knows what I'm going for, and that's that throat cuddle. So, yeah, that's the main goal.
How many more fights do you have left on your UFC deal? Do you know, or you just sort of leave that up to your management?
This is actually the last one of my contract currently. So after this, we'll be looking to re-sign with them.
Interesting. So is there more pressure just, coming off a loss and then this being the last fight on your contract? Or you approach this like any other fight?
I approach it like any other fight. I know what I'm capable of, and I know that if I go in there and fight my best fight, then it's going to go in my favor.
I imagine the plan is to re-sign with the UFC, or do you want to test free agency? I mean, we've seen some of these guys like Pettis, for example, getting that nice contract from PFL. Any of that stuff appeal to you, or do you want to stay in the UFC?
Ideally, I feel like I want to stay with the UFC. I feel like that's where the highest level of competition is for females at my weight, and it's about being the best mixed martial artist for me. I'm not really I am obviously in it for the money, but not that's not my main goal. I'm in it to show what I'm capable of.
I got to get your reaction. USADA lifting the marijuana off the banned substance list. Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw that. As you're speaking, USADA actually just came to my house. I honestly, it does make a difference, but also there's so many state commissions that they regulate it different. So it's like in Vegas, they're still going to test us for we still have to have under a certain level of marijuana. So it's really like the rules have changed, but they haven't changed.
Right. Yeah, I guess, yeah, because you never know where. I mean, I guess for now we know that it's pretty much just Vegas or Abu Dhabi, right? So that's good. But like you said, not every state is adopting this. So depending on where you get the fight, you still got to kind of have that mentality. I'd be worried about it anyways. Like Kevin Kroom, who got like an incredible win over Roosevelt Robert last year, that fight of his is a no contest, but they called him on short notice. And it was one of those things. He told the commission that he had smoked and they still took away his win anyways.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation, especially with the short notice fights and with the coronavirus. You've seen that happen a lot. I believe the same thing happened with Tim Elliott. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like those are both very unfortunate situations, and hopefully a lot of commissions will start moving forward and take, like USADA took the lead, so hopefully they'll follow.
A lot of the fighters talking about that, because I know a lot of fighters do, smoke or they, take the edibles or whatever, just to, for pain management and stuff. It's a lot better than taking prescription drugs, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I feel like that's one of the biggest parts of my recovery.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What is downtime looking like right now? I know like 9 times out of 10 when I ask you this question, it's usually just like, going out with your dogs to the beach. That's pretty much it. Is there anything else you're doing kind of outside of camp to kind of take it easy? I know, we were still in the pandemic, so probably not as much stuff as you're used to.
Honestly, because like I said, me and Shorty are kind of being nomads right now, most of my downtime is driving. So we've been driving like an hour and a half at least every single day for training, just going different directions. So yeah, that's been most of my downtime lately is in the car.
Okay, who controls the music in the car? Who's driving, by the way?
Shorty's usually the one who's got both of them. He's got the music and he's driving, but it's usually me, him, and then we have this another guy, David, who just joined our little crew there.
The little nomad group, yeah.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Dean to come back.
Yeah, to sort of run the ship. What do you guys listen to in the car? Are you podcasts or music or what? Or is it a variety?
It's usually music, but it's whatever. I don't know. Shorty runs it all.
What's the, I know Shorty quite well, actually. I think I interviewed him before his first pro fight in Titan FC, like ages ago. Like we go way back. But what is one thing that maybe is like a pet peeve of yours with him? Because he's a super nice guy, but you're with him all the time. There's got to be something that kind of annoys you a little bit.
I guess I've lived with him a couple times, just like on short like fight trips and stuff, and I would just say cleanliness sometimes. Where
the truth comes out. There we go.
We have different levels of clean. Where that's where I feel like that's the biggest pet peeve we got.
Or would you say you're like an overly clean freak, or are you just like having things clean? Like on what extreme are you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm fairly OCD. I like things fairly spotless, but yeah, he's definitely not on that side. Gotcha. Dean can attest to that.
Fair enough. Gillian, thanks so much for doing this. Really appreciate the time. It is UFC 258 coming up here February 13th. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media? I'll give you the last word.
Always Jose Shorty Torres and Dean Helmus being in my corner, being my main training partner and head coach. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @savage_UFC and watch me get my hand raised February 13th.